Hey guys, my name is Talia Payton. I'm a freshman here at the University of Louisiana at Monroe. My first question I would like to ask today is when you turn 18, what did you look forward to the most? Most people, when they turn 18, look forward to getting into bars and finally being the legal age. When I turned 18, I honestly even forgot that I could vote. I feel like many 18-year-olds forget that at the age of 18 you can't vote. So today I want to look at the problem of the voting age in the world. And should it be lowered, remain the same? And if it's lowered, what should be the solution to why we should lower it? So in my opinion, I feel like the voting age should be raised to 21. According to Alex Denbrock, author of Why We Should Decrease the Voting Age, he claims that the majority of students in this age group aren't informed about politics and don't have a clear understanding of politics that are portrayed through social media. I agree with Alex because I feel like most of us at this age don't know much about social media. I mean, don't know much about politics. I feel like we just see what we see on social media, what we hear about. We're not really engaged in it as we should be. Also, there was a study by this sophomore named Gabby Llewellyn at this high school in Louisiana, and she stated that I'm 16 and theoretically will be able to vote in the next years. I feel though I am informed about politics, but not correctly. I've only ever heard about politics and who people don't like and who make jokes about. Their views get twisted and changed and throughout social media, and therefore I can't get a good enough understanding or grasp on their actual views. I understand with Gabby completely because as a teenager that's 19 years old, I don't know much about politics. I just know about what's on social media, who people don't like, who most people are voting for, and memes and stuff that people put on social media. Most of us are 18 and older, so I feel like the topic does affect us because we are able to vote. I feel like the voting age should be raised, and most of us wouldn't be affected because I feel like most of us don't even really know about politics or are interested that much into how much we should be interested. Now that we have looked at the problem, let's look at ways that we can change the voting age. So, of course, I feel like the voting age we should make a law to change the voting age to be raised to 21. I found many articles that explain that instead of raising the voting age to 21, instead, raising the voting age to 21 will increase and guarantee positive outcomes because the higher voter turnout among individuals above 18. I found a study that said in the last 30 years, the voter turnout among 18-year-olds has never surpassed 21%, indicating that there's a lack of interest in the electoral processes, meaning that there has been a decrease because most teens aren't interested in what's going on in the world today and don't know much about it. I also feel like we can make a survey for many young adults to see about what we know about certain politics. And if we pass the test or a survey, we should be able to see if students can vote 21 and up. I mean, if students can vote 18 and up because I feel like most of us don't know. So we should be able to take a survey to see what we know to see if we're knowledgeable about the upcoming events in the world. Okay, and then there's the 26th Amendment. The 26th Amendment claims old enough to fight, old enough to vote. In the olden days, 18 was the age that you got to go to enter the war. So many people felt like, oh, if you're old enough to fight the war, you're old enough to vote. In the source that I found on history.com, it became a common slogan for the young youth voting movement. In 1948, Georgia became the first state to lower its voting age in the state of elections to 21 to 18. Some may feel that this amendment explains why voting should remain 18, but the process was made many years ago, and I feel like a lot of things have changed in the world today. So I feel like just because our amendment was that doesn't mean we can't change things because a lot of things are changing in the world today. Now that we've taken some time to see a solution, let's think about how our world would be if our voting age remained at 18. So, a source that I found claims that at the age of 18, a person just barely graduated from the confidence of high school is not well adapted to and may not understand the real world inner workings such as economy and foreign policy. Once again, I feel like 18, you're fresh out of high school, you don't really know much, you're trying to get into the groove of things, you're going into college. So, of course, you're not going to be that informed on politics unless that's something you're interested in. Most of us are focusing on getting into our colleges we want, keeping our grades up. We're not really worried about too much of what's going on in our politics today. Another source I said that Another source I found said that 21 years of age is a fair definition of the margin of 18, as it gives those who recently emerged from childhood into adulthood a decent length of time to learn how the country functions and those in power affect those workings. I agree with that because I feel like at 21, you're mostly adult. You're starting to pay bills probably. You're starting to get more into trying to get into your taxes. I feel like you have a better understanding of what's going on in the world today. So I feel like if the voter age is raised to 21, it would be very much increase, and it would be great for the economy because you would have more adults that are more educated to make the country better. Since we've looked at how our future would if we don't have it, since we've looked at how our future may be if we don't have voting age, we should all take actions to raise the voting age to 21 and make sure that our economy is more civilized. We can all come together and explain how most of us don't know much about politics and we wouldn't mind the voting age to be 21. There's evidence all over that explains that young people don't understand much about what's going on in the world today. I know me personally as a 19-year-old, I was not excited about voting at the age of 18. It's something that I didn't really look forward to. It's nothing that I really knew about. And still as a 19-year-old today, I don't know much about politics and I do feel like as a right to my state, I need to get more into politics and to better understand what's going on in the world today so I can make a better living for the citizens of the United States. So yeah, thank you.